All right, let's just get right into it. We are about to completely change how you think about talking to AI. Seriously, forget everything you've learned about just typing in a simple question. We're going to move way beyond that into something so much more powerful. Now, look, I know that's a pretty bold claim, right? But it gets right to the heart of the problem. Most of us are barely scratching the surface of what's possible, and it's probably why your results often feel a little, well, meh. You know that feeling, right? That frustration when you get a bland, totally cookie-cutter response from an AI? You are definitely not alone. But the fix isn't some secret command or a magic phrase. Nope, it's a total shift in how you approach it. And here it is. This is the big idea. The absolute best way to get unique, incredible results from AI isn't about asking a better question. It's about building a world for it to live in. Let me show you what I mean. Just stick with me here for a second. Let's build a world together, piece by piece. First up, picture a planet that's all desert. Water is like gold, the most precious thing there is. And to survive, people have to wear these special advanced suits. See, your mind is already starting to paint a picture, isn't it? Okay, now let's add another layer. Conflict. We've got these different clans, and they're all fighting over something valuable that's hidden in the sand. The world is getting more detailed, more specific. So, based on everything I've just told you, the endless sand, the lack of water, the fighting, if this world had giant creatures roaming around, what would they logically be? Just take a second. What's your gut instinct? What's your brain telling you? Bet you thought of sandworms, right? You're not alone. And you know what? An AI would probably come to the very same conclusion. You just did it. You experienced world building. You didn't ask for a sandworm. You created a whole context where a sandworm was the most logical, most creative answer. And that's really the secret sauce right there. World building is all about giving the AI the right puzzle pieces. You give it context, some examples, a few rules, and the more specific your pieces are, the more the final picture is going to look like what's in your head. And this just shows you the night and day difference. A lazy prompt's like, hey, give me 5 video ideas, forces the AI to just pull from the most generic, boring world it knows. But a world-built prompt, that gives it the rich context it needs to create something that's actually uniquely yours. Okay, theory is great, but let's get practical. How do you actually start building these worlds? Here are a few foundational techniques you can start using literally today. For starters, ask the AI to break down big, complex numbers. You know, people throw around figures like a AAA video game costs $100 million. But what does that even mean? Well, when you ask the AI to break it down, it can reveal something pretty shocking. That 100 million? A staggering 75 million of it is often just for marketing. Only 25 million goes to actually making the game. All of a sudden, your whole understanding of that world just got a lot deeper. And don't stop there. Keep digging. Ask follow-up questions. So if development costs 25 million in the US, what about in India? The AI can show you the massive salary differences, and suddenly you're seeing brand new business ideas that were just hidden inside that first big number. This is one of my favorite little tricks for doing research. Don't just ask an AI for a boring summary of a book. Instead, ask it for the red pill insights. You know, the core ideas that kind of go against what everyone else believes. Then, and this is the key, ask for actionable advice based only on those specific insights. You just turned a boring book report into a personal strategy guide. All right, now that we've got the basics down, let's level up with some more advanced stuff. This is where the AI stops being just a tool you use and starts becoming a real creative partner. This is a technique called meta-prompting. It's basically using the AI to write a better prompt for itself. So instead of just saying, make me a web page that looks like Stripes, you first ask the AI to list every single component of Stripes page. Then you take that list, you edit it to fit your vision, and you feed it right back to the AI. You're literally co-creating the perfect set of instructions together. Okay, this next one is so powerful, using personas. Don't just ask an AI to explain something simply. Get specific. Give it a role to play. Ask it to explain a really complex topic like Faraday's law as if it's talking to a 5-year-old. Then do it again, but for a 10-year-old, and then again for a university physics student. This forces the AI to look at the same idea from totally different angles, which in turn makes your understanding so much deeper. So you've built your world, you've gotten a really great first draft from the AI. But now how do you polish it? How do you make it sound less, well, less like a robot wrote it? Here's a super simple but incredibly powerful trick. AI just loves to use phrases like X is more than just Y. It's a dead giveaway. The fix? Just rewrite it as a direct, confident sentence. Seriously, this one little change can erase like 70% of that generic AI writing style. It's amazing. And to get more accurate facts, you have to learn how to manage the AI's, well, its eagerness to please. So ask it to give you a confidence score on its answers. You'd be surprised how often it comes back and says, it's only 50% sure. You can even add what feels like a little threat, stressing how absolutely critical accuracy is. I know it sounds weird, but trust me, it actually works. Okay, we've talked a lot about getting better outputs from AI, but the most profound, the most powerful use of this technology, it has nothing to do with its answers. It has everything to do with what it can teach us about ourselves. This right here is the ultimate world-building prompt. But this time, the world you're building is you. By feeding the AI your past conversations, your notes, your interests, you can then ask it to act like a mirror, to reflect you back to yourself and point out your blind spots. It becomes this totally safe space to discover what it is you don't even know you don't know. I mean, a simple question like this can open up entire new universes of knowledge. For example, say the AI analyzes your interest in human behavior and economics. It might introduce you to this incredible concept called costly signaling, a deep psychological idea you never even knew existed. It basically becomes your own personalized discovery engine. So, the main takeaway here is that we've been looking at this whole thing backwards. We thought AI was about outsourcing our thinking, but its real, true potential lies in augmenting our thinking, making us smarter, more curious, and more aware of the giant landscape of knowledge that's out there. And really, that's the thought I want to leave you with. What if the whole point of this technology isn't just to get answers, but to help us ask much better, deeper questions about ourselves? By mastering this new way of interacting with AI, we're not just becoming better prompt engineers, we're becoming better thinkers. And that is a world worth building.